It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, all hell is breaking loose. Olivia in Silver Lake. That's what we know. She wrote more, but that's the gist. So, Olivia, thanks for coming on. Thanks for reaching out to us. You've been living with your boyfriend, you tell us, here for 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years.
And what has happened now? What's wrong?
Well, the thing is it was pretty recently. He told me that he was going to be home late from work, and that he was having to meet a client at a happy hour. And that kind of struck me as sort of funny because I was pretty sure that bars weren't doing happy hours right now.
I was just going to ask you, what happy hour is he going to?
Yeah.
I mean, what bar is even serving? There's no one open.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, I asked him that. I asked him, I was just like, I don't think there's happy hours at all. And he said that there are some bars that are doing it, but they're doing it on the DL.
You mean like illegally?
I don't know. He said it's just kind of like a side thing. They're not really being loud about it. He said that they're not making a big deal out of it, is the way he put it.
I don't understand how they could even open their door.
Yeah, that was me too. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Because
it's kind of a dumb alibi if that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. It seemed shady to me. So I couldn't stop thinking about it. And so I decided to just do a little bit of digging around, and I peeked at his phone and looked at a couple things. And the biggest thing that I've found is that he has some stuff going on Venmo that looks weird. Mm-hmm. He has these exchanges with this girl. Her name's Lexi, mm-hmm. And it looks like dinner and drink kind of things. It's a bunch of emojis and stuff like that.
How are they having dinner and drinks? I don't understand at all. Are you talking about this is happening now, or this was happening a year ago?
This is now, recently, several times.
So they're picking up food and getting together somewhere?
Yeah, people are still dating. You're getting dinner and sitting on the beach.
I guess. I don't know. It looks like there's food and drinks going between him and Lexi several times.
And you know her?
No, I have no idea who she is. I have no clue.
Let me just put a stop to all this speculation. We're going to put you on hold. We're going to come back, and we're going to call him here in a second, okay?
Okay.
Okay, hold on one sec. We're about to call Olivia's boyfriend of 4 years. Olivia's in Silver Lake, who has been, he says he's been going out. I mean, I don't know where he's going. He's Venmoing with somebody named Lexi, food and drinks back and forth. She's deducing that from emojis, right? So we don't know exactly what's happening. But she thinks that he's lying to her when he leaves and that he's going to see somebody else. She found these exchanges in his Venmo between him and a woman named Lexi. She thinks it's dinner and drinks being picked up and going somewhere. You found her Instagram, and when you saw her on Instagram, she did not look like a client, as he said?
Right. She did not at all. I know his advertising firm, and they don't have bikini model types as their clients. That's not who they deal with.
Is she a bikini model? Is that what you saw on Instagram?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to call him. I'm going to have you on the line. Be very quiet until we find out, a little bit more, and we tell him he's on the air. Okay?
Okay.
I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Brian, you have my permission to call.
Okay, we're going to do that now. Here we go. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hello, this is Chris.
Hi, Chris. My name is Paige. How are you doing this morning?
Doing well.
Great. I'm calling from the Sweet Bloom. We deliver flower arrangements in the Silver Lake area, and I'm offering a chance right now for local residents to send free roses to anybody that they'd like. Is this something you'd be interested in? They're absolutely free.
What's the catch?
No catch. I don't need any cash or credit card info or anything like that from you. We just hope that you refer us to friends and family if you like our arrangements. You can choose from red, pink, or white roses. Like I said, they are free. We're just doing a promotion this month to promote our business.
Oh, it's a dozen, you said?
A dozen roses.
Oh, sure, yeah. I guess if you don't need my credit card, yeah.
Yeah, I just need the name of the person you want to send them to. We can start there, and we can write a note.
Sure. It's going to be Julia.
What was that?
And Julia.
Julia.
J-U-L, yeah. And
what would you like to
a
put
note?
on the note? Yeah, we can put it on. We have different types of stationery. There's romantic cards with hearts and things that say "I love you," "I'm sorry," "thinking of you," or just a blank card.
Oh. Let's put "Thanks for covering for me. I owe you one."
Thanks for covering for me. I owe you one. Okay, and then what type of card would you like this on? Like a romantic one with hearts on it, or?
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
That's fine. Okay. Great.
Chris, it's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and we have your girlfriend Olivia on the line. You just sent a romantic package of roses to Julia and said thank you for covering for me, that you owe her one. Can you explain to Olivia what's going on romantically with you and Julia?
Wait, who is Julia?
What's going on? Is this a prank? This is a prank, right?
No, this is not. This is me. Like, I'm trying to figure out who's Julia. Is she like?
Chris, who is Julia? You just sent her romantic flowers.
Oh, hang on. Okay, Julia is a coworker.
Uh-huh.
And I missed a couple of Zoom meetings at work the past week, and she covered for me. She's a coworker. What's going on?
But why the romantic card?
You had a chance to say, no, it's not romantic. Like, Sisney set you up for that. To say, no, it's not romantic, it's just a coworker, and you sent it romantically. So, look, Chris.
I didn't say, I just said thanks for covering for me. I just picked the first free thing I heard. It doesn't mean anything.
All right, let me ask you while we're here then, who is Lexi?
She's a client. Can someone just explain to me what's going on here? Because I feel like my world's being turned upside down. I don't understand what's going on.
Well, all right, let me explain. So your girlfriend, Olivia, thinks that you're sneaking around on her with someone else, and we're starting to think that too based on what you're telling us. So Julia, you're telling us, is a coworker, and Lexi is just a client? That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, Julia's someone I work with. She covers for me sometimes at work when I miss a meeting, and yes, Lexi is a client. Nothing is going on.
And what have you and Lexi been doing?
Going out for drinks after work. It's a business happy hour. That's all it is.
How are you? Hold on, Chris. You're in L.A. County. How are you going out for drinks after work? How's that possible? Doesn't make any sense.
There's a couple spots in Santa Clarita. I'm not going to say who the,
so you're going to
bar
Santa
is.
Clarita? You're going to Santa Clarita. What are you doing in Santa Clarita? Be specific. Tell us.
I'm not going to get the bar manager in trouble. I'm not going to do that. Okay.
So you're going to Santa Clarita to a bar with your client from Silver Lake.
Almost a 40-minute drive from Silver Lake. Multiple times.
It's not. It just doesn't add up, Chris. It doesn't add up. And by the way, Olivia Instagram searched Lexi, and she doesn't believe she's a client.
Mm-mm. How is she a client, Chris? How
is she not a client?
How could she be?
What is she? What is her? What is she a client of? What is her company? What does she do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again, I'm not saying this stuff on the radio. I'm not trying to get.
Well, aren't you in an advertising firm?
Yes.
Well, I'm giving you free advertisement right now. This would cost money.
No, again.
So,
yeah, that's what you just said with the roses, apparently. And
no, but Chris, I'm giving you an opportunity to. Your client would love this. This is going to be free ad right now. What's the business?
Yeah, I'm not going to say. All right.
Olivia, I don't trust anything Chris is telling us. I don't know what I believe and don't believe, but there's clearly a lot of gray here, a lot of gray area. So I think take what you've learned here, and good luck with you sorting it out. Okay,
hang on, Olivia. Just okay. Hang on. I love you.
No, I think you need to tell me one reason why I shouldn't move out tonight, because I don't believe a word you say. I don't believe any of this is true. I think it's all just a big cover. So just give me one reason.
Oh, honey, I'm telling you the truth. I love you. Isn't that a reason?
Chris, let's
hold on. Okay, we need to get off
the two of you guys
radio right now.
Let's let the two of you guys take it from here. Okay,
chill.
Olivia, thank you for reaching out to us. Good luck.
I'm done.
All right. Thank you. Are bars open in Santa Clarita?
No, nothing's open
But
right
what's
now.
he talking about?
Nothing's
I mean,
open.
and he's not going to promote his client for free? Come on. So who's he cheating with? Lexi then, right? Then Julia is covering for him while he goes out with Lexi. That's what's happening.
But still the romantic card I'm thrown.
yeah.
It sounds like he's making out with both of them.
Lockdown, I'm confused. I was going to do something here, but we just did the Ryan's Roses call, and I think Chris thinks that it kind of insulted everybody by acting like he's going to Santa Clarita to a bar for happy hour with a client named Lexi, and then he sends the flowers to a woman named Julia. By the way, his girlfriend's name's Olivia, and he's been with her for 4 years.
Yeah.
Right? And then he's an advertising agent, and he says he's spending time with Lexi to work on the account. And so, what's Lexi's company or brand that you're advertising for? And he said he couldn't tell me. And I said, all right, fine. You're an advertising agent. Yes. Well, then let me give you some free advertising time to promote her product. Go ahead.
And nothing.
Crickets. So to me, it doesn't make any sense. And so I feel bad for Olivia. But he also then sent the flowers to someone else in a romantic card. So Sonia is on the line. Sonia, it was very confusing because he was trying to make us think that he was doing things that are actually impossible right now. We know they're impossible. He's not going out in Silver Lake to a bar, and he's telling us he's driving to Santa Clarita to a bar. No, he's not. He's not going. Now, he was Venmo. He might be picking up something because he was Venmoing with Lexi. We saw that from Olivia's email. So what do you think's going on, Sonia?
Well, I mean, the good thing about COVID is that, yeah, it makes it harder for dogs to cheat. But I still think that this is super fishy, that Chris is like, I don't know, what's his coworker's name? I forgot.
Julia is the coworker.
Okay, I think, yeah, maybe she helped him out, but I do think he's interested in her, and I think he's being super shady, and, Olivia's being played.
Well, for sure he's being shady, and for sure he's not focused. He's not focused on Olivia. We know that. So she should, and she's been there for 4 years, and he's not respecting her. It's just not right. And in a way, I feel bad, but I'm glad that she had a chance to see that he's all over the map. He's all over the place. All right, Sonia, thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. We got an email from Jennifer in Culver City. It says, Dear Ryan and Sissany, I went into my husband's camera roll to find a photo of us at my cousin's wedding last year. I remembered he took it on his phone. As I was scrolling through, I found sexy photos of a woman, like dozens of them. The same woman, tons of cleavage and side boob, and in a thong. Apparently, she has been sending them to him for like 6 months. I'm so angry. Jennifer, thanks for coming on with us.
Hey, thank you.
Hi. So do you have any idea who this woman is?
I have no idea who this woman is. I just have seen her photos. She is not familiar to me. It was so random to see that in his phone.
Now, were they photos that she has taken for sure that she's sending?
I mean, they look like sexy poses. Maybe she was taking a selfie. I mean, it's normal for me to go through his phone. I mean, he'll be cooking and be like, hey, can you send this text for me? It's not odd for me to go looking for a specific picture. So when I saw this, I was just like, what the heck?
And Jennifer, how long have you been married?
We've been married for 4 years, and we actually have a little girl, Olivia.
Okay, hold on for 1 second. We're going to try and call your husband next here on Kiss FM. Time for Ryan's Roses. We've got Jennifer on the line here in Culver City. She's found on her husband's camera roll very provocative pictures of another woman, like this thing he's receiving for like 6 months. So clearly someone's sending him photos that they shouldn't be sending him. Now the question is he actually having an affair with this woman? And you don't know who the woman is, you said.
No, it was just a shock to see that. It's not somebody that's in our circle. I've never seen this person before.
Okay.
And I've never seen text messages other than these photos.
All right, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name, whatever your husband's name is, on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, we're going to call him now and see what we can find out. Be very quiet. We're going to offer him some roses, and then we'll tell him he's on the air, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Rick.
This is Rick.
Hi, Rick. My name is Quinn. I'm calling from the Fresh Florist. We're actually a flower shop, and we service the Culver City area. How you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
Great. Thank you for asking. So, look, I'm trying to promote my business, and doing that at the start of this new year has been a little difficult. So what we're doing is we're offering a chance for local residents to receive a dozen red roses that are absolutely free. Is that something that you'd be interested in? We can send them out to anybody that you'd like today. We don't need any cash or credit card info or anything like that. They're free.
They're totally free? There's no catch or anything like that?
We just ask that you promote us to friends and family if you like our arrangements, and that's how we're trying to spread our business, just word of mouth. So we can start with the name of the person you'd like to send them to.
Oh, okay, sure. You could just send them to my house. Do you need my address?
Yeah, we can get to that in just a second. Why don't we start with the name?
Well, just send them to my house, to my home.
You don't want to send them to anybody specific?
I mean, I guess if you can put my wife and my daughter's name on there, that's who I'm going to give them to.
Okay, great. What are their names?
Jennifer and Olivia.
Jennifer and Olivia. Did you want to put anything on the note? Or am I going to leave it blank?
You could just put, I love you both very much.
I love you both very much. Okay.
Hey, Rick, it is Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I have your wife, Jennifer, on the line, who you just sent the flowers to, along with your daughter, Olivia. How you doing, Rick?
Good. I'm sorry. What's going on?
Well, to tell you the truth, Jennifer has reached out to us to try and find out why you are getting pictures sent to you from a woman showing cleavage and other things on your phone for the last 6 months.
I thought this was about flowers.
It is that too, but Jennifer, why don't you tell Rick what's going on?
Hey, babe. I was looking in your phone the other day, and I saw, sexy pictures of some woman in your phone. Is somebody, sexting you?
Are we on the radio?
We are. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. So who's sending you the photos?
No one, honey. No one is sending me any photos.
Why do you have these pictures in your phone?
They're just it's just a swimsuit model. It's not anybody. I don't know that person at all. That's just it's just a generic.
Like somebody you follow on Instagram? Do you talk to this person on Instagram? Or
no, I don't.
Media?
I don't talk to this person at all. I don't know who this person is at all. I just found some pictures of a girl in a bikini. I don't know that person at all. Their name or anything. Yes.
Seriously, come on. Who is she?
Why would you save them to your phone?
Honey, I promise, I do not know this person whatsoever.
Understand. Why do you need these pictures? Why would you download pictures of some random lady?
Do you really want to talk about this on the radio? Is this?
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm confused.
you give me a hard time about looking at, and so I've just.
Oh my god! Okay, no! I don't want to hear anymore.
All right.
Well,
Jennifer and Rick. Rick, you're not cheating on your wife. You're just looking at provocative pictures of other women for fun.
Oh my god!
That's what guys. When you're doing your guy thing.
Okay.
Okay. God, no more.
All right. Well, Jennifer, I'm gonna let Rick. I'll let you both go. Actually, at this point, I think that you know everything you need to know from here on out. It's on you. Okay.
Oh my
Honey,
god!
I'm not cheating on you at all. At all. I promise. I swear.
All right. Well, you guys, good luck with everything. Okay. Thank you, Rick. Thank you, Jennifer. Thanks for reaching out. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Whew.
So I mean, look.
I mean,
he was letting it all out, wasn't he? He was not holding anything back.
And he sent her the flowers.
He sent her the flowers and his daughter. The guy's looking at other, pictures of whatevers.
Yeah, for his alone time. I mean, maybe just don't save them to your camera roll, Rick, and then all would be okay.
Well, who knows when he gets his alone time, right? He just needs to have him handy.
He finds the content.
Gotta have him handy.
There's a man that knows what he wants.
So do you care? Would you care, Sisney?
I would be a little weirded out if Michael had him saved on his camera roll next to pictures of Aza and Max.
Yeah, that's
backyard.
probably true. Oh, God. We had Rick and Jennifer on a few minutes ago for Ryan's Roses. And let me just tell you, I got very uncomfortable. Not because he was cheating, I don't think, but because he had saved pictures of, he said swimsuit models, right?
Right.
On his phone for when he wants to, he had an expression I can't remember, but it stood out to me.
His guy time. He called
for
it
his guy time. Yeah, his guy time. He wanted to have, but they're on his camera roll. His wife saw them. And he's like, no, this isn't someone sending it to me. I don't know who this is. I just pulled them off, Instagram. Yeah. And I've got him saved to my camera roll for when I'm having guy time. And then he went on to say, you don't let me watch, or you don't like it when I watch other things, so this is what I have. Right. So anyway.
Other things.
Man.
And Sisney made a good point. Look, a little weird to have them right next to the kids playing in the backyard on the same camera roll.
Exactly. Create an album.
Tanya, you've not blinked since, so I just curious to know what you're thinking.
I have a lot of thoughts because when I'm not married, so I don't know. Why do you need alone guy time when you're married and you can have that time with your wife?
Sometimes you're going to do it more than you do it.
Sisney's the best to answer this.
I just don't get it. And then also if the roles were reversed and she had a picture of a man like that on her phone, I don't think he'd like it very much.
Yeah, having the pictures on your actual phone would bother me.
Where would you prefer them, Sisney?
Don't have them.
Yeah.
I know Michael doesn't, so.
Or do you?
I do.
Or do you? So Sisney, you don't think he's cheating though, right?
I don't think he's cheating. He sounded really nerdy and innocent to me, honestly.
I don't think he's cheating either. I think he was very honest with us.
Yeah.
About what was going on. Elaine heard this too. Elaine, you don't think he's cheating?
No, I don't think he's cheating either.
So what do you think he should be doing differently?
I mean, to me, it sounds like, kind of like what you guys were just saying. Really, do you have to have that picture of some unknown woman with cleavage right next to your kid? I think there could definitely be an album. And the other thing is, we're in this modern age where literally you could have, any hot, gorgeous woman at your fingertips in 2 seconds on the internet. Why do you have to save it right on your page?
Yeah, just pull it up in real time.
Exactly.
Look, lots of solutions here. It's a solutions-driven show. Thank you, Elaine, for calling.
Sure.
Okay, bye. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sisney, it is our Ryan's Roses email. We got some new stuff at home that we desperately needed, a new laptop and a new iPad, Amanda in La Puente says. When I was setting it all up, I logged into the cloud, and the iPad started importing his stuff. And I happened to see that he's been FaceTiming someone named S in the middle of the night. So let me get Amanda. Amanda, good morning. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. I'm okay.
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So I'm just trying to understand the tech of this, and feel free anybody chime in. So you're seeing on his recent calls this name S, like his call log?
Yeah, so when you look at like missed calls or outgoing calls, you can see the name, and so I just saw this S popping up in random places, and it was always at like 2 a.m, 3 a.m, when I'm definitely asleep, and there were just every couple of days, not every day, but every couple of days, there was just this S, and I didn't know who it was.
And you live together?
We do.
I have to tell you, I don't know if this happened to anybody else. Sometimes on my recent calls, it shows people that says I've called. I've not called.
That's a weird glitch. I've heard of it happening to some people. Yeah.
Like, I'll look at my phone list. I have not called a person, and it says outgoing call. Or incoming, too. I see calls that like are missed calls. I'm like, that person did not call me. You ever see that, Patty? You've seen that?
I have, yeah, and it's so random. It happened to me a few times, like a few months ago.
Or so weird. So, I mean, maybe it could be a glitch in software.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I've had missed calls happen where, it'll say missed call and my phone never rang, but there were outgoing calls too. So that's the outgoing ones are the ones that really bother me because I don't know who it is, and I don't know why he would be calling someone at 2 a.m.
Okay, let us come back. Let's see what we can do with roses next. Kiss. Amanda's on the line. So she found, this is a tech thing. She found in the cloud some outgoing, ingoing calls to somebody named S in the middle of the night via FaceTime, and she thinks her husband's waking up in the middle of the night and FaceTime with somebody named S. Now, you don't know if it's a male or a female, right?
I have no idea.
So all you know is that you're seeing some sort of exchange in missed or recent calls with a person named S, and the time is in the middle of the night when you're sleeping.
And why save somebody's contact info as just S? That already seems sketch.
Yeah, like he doesn't have a habit of giving people nicknames in his phone or anything. People are always just saved as first name, last name, except for this S person.
Now, Tanya, don't you do like Miami and then all the list of names, or Vegas and then all the list of names?
Yeah.
Like Dale Vegas,
sketchy.
right?
Yeah.
Brandon Miami.
Yes.
Chris Montana.
I wouldn't go to city like that, but it'd be like Jim Laurel Hardware.
Right. It was the same thing. Okay, we're going to call your husband. I just need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
We're going to do that now. I'll be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Let's see if we can find out, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Hello?
Hi, Greg?
Yeah.
Hi,
sorry, who's calling?
My name is Teresa. I'm actually the owner of Terry's Garden. We're a flower shop delivers to residents here in the La Puente area. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine.
Great. So I'm calling to promote my business, and I'm doing a promotion right now for local residents to send a free dozen red roses to anybody that they'd like. Is that something that you'd be interested in?
Like how local do they have to be?
The LA area. Why?
Yeah. Okay. I think I've got somebody that might like them. I'm not a flower person. But her name is Sienna.
Sienna? Okay. Great. We can put a little note on there.
I mean, maybe just say, 2S from G. Just something casual.
2S from G. Okay. I have some romantic cards. Would you like me to add that as a little extra?
Is it extra?
No, this is all free to you anyways. There's just little extra hearts and things like that.
Oh, got it. And I don't need to leave a return address or anything.
No. We can get these up by lunchtime today. I don't need cash or credit card info, anything like that from you. We just hope that if you like our arrangements, you refer us to friends and family. And that's how we're spreading the word about our business.
Oh, got it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds fine. The romantic card's fine. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Greg, Fantastic. It's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. We have your wife, Amanda, on the line. Can you explain to her what's going on with you and Sienna?
Hey, Greg.
She just heard everything.
Hey, Amanda. Wow. Okay. Babe. So I've been talking to somebody.
Yeah.
She knows that.
But that's it. We've just been talking.
Greg, just so you're clear, Amanda just heard, as we all did, you say 2S from G and a romantic card. So this is not just that's it. You're not just talking to somebody. Clearly, you're teeing up romance. Yeah?
Greg, I know you've been FaceTiming someone in the middle of the night because when I was setting up our new iPad, all of your call history came in when it got connected to the cloud, and I saw all your outgoing calls and missed calls, and it's just to S, and then you just, why have you been doing that?
We met on Instagram. We started talking and have been having conversations for the past few months, and
with what intent, Greg? With what intent?
Honestly, boredom. I'm bored, and it's not anything serious. I love my wife, and I would never leave her. And babe, that's the one thing I would say. Like, I'm not going to leave you. I have no plan to meet this girl. She's not even in the area. Not with you. No, not with you. Just the same day in and day out. I mean, we're stuck in this thing, and it's just, I just feel trapped,
And you didn't think that was something you should talk to me about?
You didn't think to talk to me about seeing my FaceTime chat and went to Ryan Seacrest? It sounds to me like we've got some talking to do. Talk to me. And you're right. I should have talked to you. I should have been more upfront, and I'm sorry. But I'm being upfront now, and I want to really stress that I'm not leaving you. This has nothing to do. I have no plans. Let's talk about this. Let's work this out. Let's actually have a conversation.
You promise? You promise you're not leaving me?
I promise you. Yes, I promise you. I'm not leaving you.
Also, a few more questions about how he met S and where he was planning to go with this, because, Greg, it sounds to me your boredom was going in a direction where you were going to be tempted to cheat on your wife. You're waking up at 2 in the morning hiding these calls from your wife. That's not good.
Look, she is dating someone as well, and they're not
Sienna?
married, obviously. Yes, Sienna.
But you're not
Sienna
dating someone. You're married to Amanda.
I know that I am. Thank you, Ryan. Yes, I know I am married to Amanda. But
it seems like you need to be reminded based on the premise of this call.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And you are welcome.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, listen, Greg, we're going to let you go. And Amanda, you as well. Good luck to you. I hope you guys find peace and happiness with whatever it is you decide to do. I'm worried that Amanda's saying is worried about him leaving her. Forget that for a second. What's he not communicating about the boredom about, right?
She needs to have more confidence in herself.
So just the snapshot, just to go back to this Ryan's Roses. The snapshot is Greg married to Amanda. Greg sneaks off in the middle of the night to talk to Sienna on FaceTime, who we met on Instagram. And then he says, babe, I was just bored. I didn't tell you. I'm not leaving you. And then she says, oh, I'm so happy to hear you're not leaving me, basically. And I think she needs to consider who she's married to. I mean, the guy didn't communicate boredom's fine. I mean, boredom happens. But you got to say, hey, look, I'm bored. Or I need us to talk about this. Or it's going to go, it's bad.
You're bored, do a puzzle.
No, I think I don't know what kind of bored he was, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So anyway, he decides to meet this girl on Instagram named Sienna, the name I love. It's on my list.
Yeah.
Of favorite names.
It's a nice name.
But don't steal it, Tanya.
Hands off.
Maybe I shouldn't mention the list of, if I have kids' names, I have that list in my phone.
I know.
And Tom's, don't iCloud my list. You can take it from me.
Don't iCloud.
I know how crafty you can be. You can see
tell
Tubbs
us
just
all your names.
Logging into my cloud, stealing my potential baby names with his girlfriend.
I mean, Tubbs has all your info. What if you meet a girl named Sienna and like fall in love with her and like then what?
It could happen.
Yeah.
Then what?
You can't name your daughter Sienna?
No, I can't. Can I? Or can I? No, I can't.
Maybe you could.
I don't know. I mean, these are all such hypothetical questions.
You totally could. Then you could call her Cece for short.
But it's spelled with an S.
Cece.
Oh, S-I-S-I.
Yeah.
That's his mom's name as a grandma, isn't it?
But that's CC with the C.
Yeah.
I mean, guys,
we're going down a path here.
This is a path. Let's go back to this couple. So anyway, he says, I'm bored. So he starts talking on FaceTime to this other woman. He sends the flowers to her. I think the guy was plotting to cheat.
He totally was. If Michael met some slore on Instagram and then started FaceTime with her, then it would be game
Tubbs,
over.
you can take that one. I'm not going to use that name.
Yeah. First of all, she's not a slore just because Michael's talking to her.
She knows he's married, so she does. She is.
She doesn't know.
Does she know?
Might not know.
Does
It's all
does
over.
Sienna know?
It's public knowledge.
Look, hold on. We're talking about Greg and Amanda. Are you talking about you and Michael now? I got a kid and a wife named Sienna right now. There's a lot of things going on over here.
I'm just saying Sienna, the woman in the roses, might not know that this man is married, so she might not be a slore. She might.
No,
just
she
be-
is a slore because he said she was also dating somebody else, and she is talking to some other dude that by definition makes her a slore.
Sissany has planted her slore flag.
I'm
However you
not
say her
planting it
slag.
because we don't know. We don't know.
He said it.
All right, look, guys. Clearly, they struck a chord with somebody here. And I think we know who that is.
Well, I just don't think we should be calling other women slores that we don't know.
Oh, whatever.
Well, what would you call her then, Tanya?
Yeah, she's
I don't know.
She's dating this guy and dating somebody else. She's dating.
cheater.
She's a woman in the
She's a
wild.
cheater. She's a slore.
She's not committed to either one of them.
Look, you guys have different views. That's why this show exists.
Uh-huh.
I'm not touching this with my Yeti thermos. By the way, when did Yeti become the most popular brand of every thermos and cooler in the world?
I would say in the last couple years, but yeah, it's up there.
It's up there. Everything is a Yeti. I got two Yetis sitting over here between me and Tubbs.
Have you a Yeti cooler? That's a game changer right there.
Yeah, because it used to be the Igloo or the Playmate cooler.
No, right
Remember
now the Yeti
my
cooler.
parents had the Playmate cooler, right?
Yes.
The red and white top one. Press the button and the hood opens up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Selena, we have digressed down multiple paths here. The same thing has happened to you. Your boyfriend was addicted to what?
Hi, Ryan. Yeah, my boyfriend was addicted to chatting. Same thing. And I am a heavy sleeper, so I could sleep till noon. And I thought he was a heavy sleeper too, that he was sleeping right next to me. The whole time he's like chatting with all these girls on Instagram. And it was, it makes you feel so vulnerable because he's doing it right next to you. I really do feel for Amanda. I do feel for her because I know how painful it is. And I honestly, especially when she says, please do promise not to leave me. Like, it just breaks my heart to hear that.
So,
so much insecurity there.
Did you break up with him when you found out?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
I did. And I mean, it's just, it was very painful. Especially, like I said, you're sleeping. You're not
You're right there.
Guy.
Yeah,
you're right there. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Well, Selena, I'm glad that it's so interesting that he was doing that. I'm glad that you got away from him, but I'm also a little bit jealous you can sleep that well.
I know a lot of people are.
Right? Like that is a
really
great
nice
trait. It's like I know people that can fall right to sleep, sitting up and sleep for hours. And I mean, I can't not say it doesn't frustrate me, right?
Yeah, no, that's me. I could sleep for hours and deep.
lucky.
I mean, the world could crumble. So I'm sorry, Ryan.
No, it's okay. I'm not taking it personally. I'm just saying, like, I'm jealous. Anyway, Selena, we love you for listening. Thanks for calling.
All right, thanks.
All right. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Shelly in El Sereno sent us an email saying that her husband and she went for a run the other day, and they were both sharing his AirPods to listen to music. And as they're running, picture this. She says, I hear the noise that he got a text, and then the AirPods start reading the text to him. You know, you can have that feature.
I have that.
Oops.
Right, like you can't control it sometimes.
So my husband is going, Siri, stop, but Siri doesn't stop. And the message was something like, hey, baby, wow.
No.
That was interesting last night. Never tried that before. Call when you can.
OMG.
Yeah, now that could be about a casserole. Like, right? Hey, I've never had that casserole before. Wow, that was amazing.
And it could have been a group chat because when our morning show group chat thing reads off, it's just like the weirdest stuff in my headphones.
But that, technology is it's so advanced that can happen. And Shelly, so is it the voice of Siri you hear?
Yeah, it's like Siri's reading the text as it comes in.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So it's not... Mm-hmm. All right, so it's the voice of Siri.
Well, what did he say after that? Like,
well, because I was like, well, why did you tell Siri to stop reading it? Like, he was like, no, I just didn't want the music to stop because we were, working out together and we were both, just doing it, together. So I didn't want to interrupt the work.
Unless they're talking about some sort of food or something. And how do you know it's? I guess because he says baby in the text message. Yeah. I would say, how do you know it's not a buddy?
No, it wasn't a buddy. If you heard it, you would feel the same way.
Did he act weird afterwards? Like, did you say, like, who was that?
Yeah, I was like, what was that? And he was like, oh, just a wrong number. Oh, that was weird, huh? Like, I've never gotten a text like that before, wrong number. And I was like, okay.
All right, well, let's do this. Let's put you on hold, and we will call him next. Hear it. Call to Shelly's husband. And El Sereno, her husband, this is crazy. They were on a run. She had his AirPods in, and Siri read a text message that said, while she was listening, that said, hey, baby, wow, that was interesting last night. Never tried that before. Call me when you can. And then he started acting strange. So who sent that text message? You didn't get to read the message. You only heard it, right?
Right. I only heard it.
Okay. Listen, we are calling your husband now. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Do me a favor, just say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM.
Okay, Ryan, you have my permission, Shelly, to call on Kiss FM.
Okay, you got to be very quiet. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Dylan.
This is he.
Hi, Dylan. My name is Holly, and I'm calling from Beautiful Blooms. We're actually a flower shop here in the area, and I'm trying to promote my business today. So we're offering local residents a chance to send a free dozen red roses to somebody. Is that something that you'd be interested in? They're absolutely free.
Okay. Look, I'm just trying to stop you right there. I actually know exactly what this is. Hey, Shelly, honey, This is unbelievable. This is so you. I knew you would do something like this. By the way, baby, I also knew you called the restaurant the other night. So can you just come on? We can hash this out, please.
Wow. Okay. Well, can you just...
Dylan, I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio.
Yeah, I've actually heard this bit before, and we've actually listened to it together. And after what happened the other day, I figured she'd do something like this. So I'm completely aware I'm on the radio.
Well, that makes it a lot easier then for us. That makes it easier, Dylan. Thank you.
So just come clean.
So what's the story with this text message that said, and I'm going to quote it, hey, baby, wow, that was interesting last night. Never tried that before. Call me when you can. Can you explain that?
I hope she told you what I told her, which is the truth, which is that it was a wrong number. Look, chill. I don't know what else I can tell you, okay? It was a wrong number. I was trying to get it to stop because I thought it was inappropriate, and we were trying to listen to music.
Then I called you at the
my phone.
But I called you at the restaurant, and I called to talk to you that you leave at 11, and they said you had left at 10. And where did you go for that hour?
Yeah, it's because about once a week or so, I try to grab a bunch of deliveries at the end of the night, just because our driver's always so slammed. I want to give them a chance to go home earlier. Babe, also, you can't call my work over these suspicions. It's trying to look bad on me, and I need this job. You know that, especially in this whole situation.
I'm sorry.
I told you it was I told you what happened.
I know.
If you don't believe me, I don't know what else I can.
So do you believe him, Shelly, or not?
Yeah, I guess I do. I'm sorry.
Look,
I shouldn't have gone about it this way,
but
all right.
I'm sorry. Look, I know you were freaking out about it, and I guess I should have talked to you a little bit more, but I didn't know what else to say. I thought it was taken care of, but it wasn't, obviously. In the future, if something like this happens again, can we just talk about it instead of just sort of holding weird grudges against each other in silence?
Yeah. I'm sorry. You're right. You're absolutely right.
Dylan, Shelly, thank you for sorting this out here. Dylan, thank you for listening to us, that you made it very easy, this Ryan's Roses call. Shelly, thank you for reaching out, and good luck to you both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, bye-bye. Well, seems like they're on the same page now. Listen, if everybody just listened to Ryan's Roses, this would be much easier.
Well,
that helped us cut right to the chase. Shelly calls us. I'm going to put these calls on. And Shelly calls us and says that her husband, Dylan, has been running and sharing AirPods, those are the headphones, so they can listen to music. Well, anyway, he got a text that Siri, I don't know how this works. Siri apparently read the text while they were running, and they were his AirPods, and she heard a message that was, hey, last night was interesting. Never tried that before.
Mm-hmm.
So
they were sharing the AirPods. So he had one in his ear and she had one in her ear.
I can't do that. I have to have both in my ear. It's too hard.
Aww.
So he said it was the wrong number. So we called him, and he knew immediately it was us. Turns out she had called his work looking for him, and he wasn't there. But here's what he said. A little sketchy, though, but a lot of opinion on it. So listen, here's what he said, and I'm going to take these live calls.
But I called you at the restaurant, and I called to talk to you. That you leave at 11, and they said you had left at 10. And where did you go for that hour?
Yeah, it's because about once a week or so, I try to grab a bunch of deliveries at the end of the night, just because our driver's always so slammed. I want to give them a chance to go home earlier. Babe, also, you can't call my work over these suspicions. It's trying to look bad on me, and I need this job. You know that, especially in this whole situation.
So she seemed to believe him. I kind of believed him, but America didn't. And Sean is in Corona. Sean?
Hey, what's going on, Ryan? Good morning, guys.
How are you, Sean? So tell me, what do you think?
Dude's lying, man. I've had the same number for over 10 years. Never once have I had a wrong text like that. And plus, Siri, when you're listening to music, it reads the name that it's coming from. So, dude's lying. And then he's playing the guilt trip, making her feel little, and trying to switch the game on her, like making her feel guilty for calling. And
is that called gaslighting?
Man.
Gaslighting.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Sean. So he's lying. Sean says he's lying. All right, Christina. Good morning in Riverside.
Good morning.
Let's talk about
I agree with Sean.
You do.
He definitely. I mean, nothing about anything he said seemed genuine. Like you said. I mean, unless he just got that number, there's no reason why anybody would accidentally text him something like that. Secondly, I mean, he said that he tried to get it off. Siri stopped saying it because he knew that it was inappropriate. But I mean, if it was an unknown person that was texting him, wouldn't he be like, "What the heck is this?" You know, instead of like trying to turn it off so she wouldn't hear it.
He was guilty from the start.
Right, and then her calling his job, him saying that he could lose his job, that's another, bunch of crap. I mean, I would want to take up deliveries for the delivery driver when the delivery driver probably needs those tips. Like, why would that delivery driver want to go home early when all he does is live off his tips? I mean, this guy is so full of crap. I feel so bad for her. Like, she's just saying, yeah, okay, I believe you, just because she wants to try to keep things, cordial, just like you were saying, like, maybe she wants to forgive him, but she knows, I know, and she knows deep down inside she's never going to be able to trust him after that, or at least she shouldn't.
Marriage.
Wow.
All right, thank you.
That was a good point with the delivery. I didn't even catch that one.
But our listeners are smarter than we are. That's the thing. That's
so
why it's great to take calls. I mean, we just serve it up, and then the intellect comes from the callers.
Yeah.
So, Stephanie, you're in Palmdale. Do you think he's cheating?
Yes, I do. I agree with Sean and Christina because I think his urgency to stop the message is message enough. Like that's the sign right there. That's the clue. So I definitely think he knew the message. Like he said, it was inappropriate. But how would you know if it was random? You would want to listen to the whole thing and be like, I wonder who this number is. That's weird. Investigate it a little more.
Do you know what I did? Not for this reason. I turned Siri off. I don't know what Siri's listening to.
Yeah, I have her off too.
I feel like Siri listens to everything.
I agree. Sure. But I just use her to play some songs when I'm too lazy to turn it on.
Yeah, I get that. All right, so the consensus is we let him off easy. He's cheating.
He's a cheater.
Harley.
Yep.
Harley, Buena Park, you think he's lying as well?
I absolutely think he's lying. If it was a wrong number, why not save the text and have them saying, oops, it's a wrong number, just to show your wife, knowing that she heard it?
It's maybe I screwed it up because I gave him the benefit. So
I don't know.
should've
And then,
been hard
like
on
everyone else said,
yeah.
he gaslighted her, made her feel bad for what she did because she didn't believe what he said. Wouldn't you be more worried about your marriage than your job?
Yeah. And how long you been married?
I'm not married.
Me either.
But
You guys, don't base your life off of Ryan's roses.
Well, hold on. Harley, why are you not married?
Oh, there's a long list, but I just don't want to be married because there's just nowadays marriage isn't what it used to be. Like you guys were saying before you guys started taking the callers, like being married at 25 to 95, people are going to make mistakes. And nowadays, the new generation, those mistakes are things that you wouldn't normally accept in a marriage, like cheating.
Right. That's not supposed to happen. But I have a theory.
He's not.
So I have a theory. If I am going to get married, right?
Oh, here comes, this is going to be good.
I mean, the fact that you're standing for this is everything.
But hear me out. It's not naive. So if I do want kids, right? So that is a separate, how do I figure that out part?
Uh-huh.
But if I were to get married, Harley, my theory is the longer I wait, the closer I am to dying. So she would live longer than I. So less opportunity for anybody to make a mistake, right? So 65, 68, I think, that's probably the time to walk down the aisle.
No.
Well, I mean, I'm 27, so I'm thinking more maybe when I'm like 35, maybe a little bit older, but right now, absolutely not.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Well, thank you for hearing me out.
No, yeah,
Well, thank you very much for calling. You take care of yourself.
No problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, Harley dropping the S-bomb right there.
Yeah.
Dropping the S-bomb. That's how passionate people are about this.
Yeah.
We had a Ryan's Roses call a few minutes ago, and he did make up some excuses. He knew it was us, but I think his wife believed that once we got to the bottom of it, he wasn't cheating. And I didn't fight that. I felt like she believed it, and I thought, all right, he's not cheating.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started talking about how many marriages have problems, right? So Michelle's on the line. She's been married 15 years to her husband.
Solid.
And she says she's been to hell and back. So Michelle, good morning.
Good morning. I have to thank you guys for taking my call. I think I've probably called you I don't know how many times, and I'm so excited to talk to you guys. I love you guys.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that love, and back at you. Curious. So you've got a group here where Sisney has been married 7, 8, how long? 7?
7 years.
7 years. So everything's hunky-dory there the first 7 years.
Yep.
Patty has kids with a partner and is not married. And she has no real desire or itch to get married. Tanya wants to get married and have a fairy tale. I am confused. So tell me about your 15 years of hell and back.
Okay, so first of all, I was married 20 years before this. I've been with my husband now 15 years.
Okay.
And seriously, my other marriage ended really bad. He did something really bad that I do believe in divorce over. It's a really crazy story. But my husband now came in. I'd known him quite a while. He was actually one of my clients. And we spent about a year together just spending time together. And then he became my best friend. And I don't know if I believe in what's called fairy tale marriages, but seriously, He was my fairy tale guy. And I think you can get through anything as long as you communicate and you forgive. And of course, there's some things that I do believe in divorce, which are criminal things. But other than that, I think, I'm also not a jealous person, Ryan. I'm not a jealous person. So maybe I'm one of the few. I don't know.
Well, so tell me about the hell part.
Which
That was her
part,
first
my husband
marriage.
Now or my ex? My first
No,
marriage?
that was the ex.
Oh boy.
But there's no help part with your new one?
Yes, there is. There was. We've definitely both hurt each other, crossed boundaries. We're very different. We're very opposite. But he's definitely done some stuff to cross the line. He's never cheated on me, but when I first got together, I was very insecure, and I thought he did cheat on me before. And we communicated, and he hadn't cheated on me. But seriously, I didn't believe him for a long time. But like I said, we both communicated, and we were there for each other through the really rough times, which are, everybody has issues, and I really think if you work on yourself and if you communicate with your other half, whether it's your boyfriend or girlfriend or husband, I think you can make it through.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. My husband now has not done anything criminal, thank God, like my ex, but I think, some things, of course, I do believe in divorce over, but really, yeah. I mean, we were on the brink of divorce, and we got through it. So,
good.
But yeah, like I think a lot of people are jealous, and I think that's really a hard thing to get through in your marriage if you really think your other half has done something to cross that boundary. One of the first things I told my husband now when we were dating is, please, if you ever want to be with somebody else, just don't cheat on me. Step up and just, tell me. And if you want to work it out, we'll see if we can. And if you fall in love with somebody else, then yeah, we need to get divorced, but he's really, really walked me through everything though. I think you have to be with somebody that's like, okay, we're going to get through the tough times and we're going to talk and we love each other and you need to forgive because everybody makes mistakes. And I think, I'm sorry, I'm babbling, but I think if somebody cheats on you, there's a reason most of the time. Some people, of course, are bad people, but I think some people get really bored and you need to communicate and keep your marriage spicy and fun and, things are rough. You're there for each other when things are rough.
All right,
I think people give up more these days.
That's very good advice.
Love that. Yeah.
So if you guys get divorced, reach out because you seem like a perfect wife.
Nobody's perfect, but
I'm just kidding.
like I said, I think my previous marriage really, or my divorce and marriage really helped me with this one, truthfully.
Wow.
Well, it was a life experience that led you to be better at this one. Take care, Michelle. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Danielle. How are you in Inglewood?
Hi, Ryan. How are you?
Well, I'm just interested in this conversation, so I'm going to stick around for it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm happy to talk to you. First of all, I want to say I hope that you and Tanya find somebody really special that you can settle down with and don't be scared of marriage.
Thank you.
Are you
That's
talking to
very
Tanya
sweet.
or me?
Yeah.
So
go ahead. I'm sorry.
You think it's possible
Absolutely.
to be monogamous forever?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I know it's not easy, but I think when you get married, you really have to check your commitment level and your values because, you need to have a commitment to yourself, your spouse, any children you have. Anything that happens in your marriage, there's a whole community of people that, are invested in you. And, spiritually, you want to be, committed to your God. There's all these different levels. And a person can do it. It's definitely not necessarily an easy thing, but it is possible.
Nothing good comes easy.
That's right. So what you're saying, Danielle, it is possible, but Ryan, wait a few years. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
No, Ryan, find somebody, fall in love. That's what I want for you.
You want me to fall in love? I'd like to fall in love.
Yeah, don't focus on the marriage part. Just be in the moment, be in love.
Listen, I in the last probably 2 years have been open about wanting to be a dad. Like I do think after I saw my niece and saw that life, it's like, yeah, I didn't know if I wanted kids 10 years ago. But now I'm just talking to Danielle like she's my therapist, but I've never met her. But I do see that, and I think, you know what? That's a beautiful thing, and that's a fun thing. Then the question is, With whom or how?
Right.
That bridge I've not crossed yet.
Not yet, huh?
Baby steps.
But I think you'd be a great dad. You just seem like a very loving and kind person, and a child would have a ball with you. So you got to get those kids before you get old and tired.
But now I know, Sissany, you would disagree. Well, I'm close to that. I think you would disagree because you balanced this, the pregnancy and everything. I often think if I have kids that I would not, that I'm not so sure I would keep all of my work because I'd want to be there.
You get some sort of strength when you have children. I can't describe it. Patty, you know, but it's almost as if you miraculously get more hours in the day and like you are able to power through and still work and be a parent.
Maybe. But Danielle, thank you for this. I'm glad that we had this open conversation with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Anytime you want to chat, I'm right here for you.
Okay, got you. Bye. Yeah, I mean, you and Patty do it seamlessly. I just think that I wouldn't be as strong. And I also
definitely not.
I feel like, well, I mean, you really do. I also feel like, gosh, if I did have kids, I don't know if I could keep this job.
You totally could. Are you kidding me? This is the best hours.
No, but I want to be there and take them to school and do all that stuff.
And that's okay if that's what you want once you have children.
Are you trying to kick me out?
No, but that's okay.
I'm just
it's a different chapter.
It's funny you bring that up. But and you know what? There's going to be different times where you'll be there and where you won't. Like I was actually just talking to Aze and Maxon the other day and kind of like preparing them about going to preschool one day because I think it might happen hopefully later this year. And I'm already telling them, you know, daddy's going to drop you off, but mommy's going to pick you up. Because I know that I'm not going to be able to drop them off at preschool because of my job.
But what if
that's okay.
What if daddy wanted to drop them off and pick them up? Now what do you do? I got to do middays.
Yeah, I guess.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. I have Vanessa on the line in Burbank. Now, she's written to us, and she has said about her husband, sis, that we have shared a desktop computer that she's been using while working from home. When my husband gets texts, an alert pops up. Lately, he's been getting a lot of texts from someone named David. I don't think anything of it, but then now I'm starting to. So I'm wondering, does she think it's David or David as a code name? Vanessa, thank you for writing into us. So do you think that this person on the other end is really a David, or is it a code name for someone else?
I'm convinced it has to be a code name for another woman. I don't understand how it could be anything else.
Well, what are you seeing? What's in the body of the message that might make you think that?
So the message that I found, well, a lot of them had been deleted, and the one that I found said, "Can't wait." And then there were 3 red heart emojis, and then another one that said, "I don't know what I would do without you."
Yeah, that's not good.
So, Vanessa, how long have you been married?
I've been married 7 years.
All right. Hold on one second. We'll get to the call next, all right?
Okay.
Now we've got Vanessa on the line. Vanessa married for 7 years, and she's seeing her husband getting text messages that are, well, you know when you sync all your devices together? So she's seeing his messages. That syncing, you know, syncing can be a sync. So that's what's happened here. He's been getting a lot of texts from someone named David, and she thinks that it's a code name for somebody because the messages are saying, "Can't wait," and there's 3 heart emojis. I don't know what I would do without you, that kind of thing, that kind of sentiment. So, Vanessa, if you would just say, "Ryan, you have my permission to call," and then your husband's name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, we are going to call him now. Be very quiet until we tell him he's on the air. Let's see what we can find out about David.
Okay.
All right, Sisney, ready with the roses?
Yep.
Sisney's going to offer him some roses. We'll find out who's top of mind, who he's thinking about, who he wants to send him to, and what he wants to put on the card. All right, here we go. Good luck, Vanessa.
Thanks.
Hi, I'm looking for Phil.
Yeah, this is Phil.
Hi, Phil. This is Darlene. I'm calling from Burbank Blooms. We actually have a fun promotion right now where we're offering to local residents a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. They're absolutely free.
Oh, how'd you get my number? I don't remember signing up for this sort of thing.
We have a database based off of purchases that you may have made online in the past 18 months and to receive promotional offers from local vendors. So you may have bought something online from another company. But anyways, they're completely free, and we just hope that you refer us to friends and family. You can choose from red, white, pink, roses. It's a dozen, and they can get them by lunchtime today.
I mean, I can't think of anyone that I would send them to right now, but I don't know. Is it possible to send it to like the nurses station at Providence Hospital? You know, with like a note saying like thank you for everything that they do or something.
Yeah, I could. Are you sure you don't have a significant other, a wife, a mom, sister, anybody you want to send it to?
I'm just thinking, you know, it must be hard going for them to go to work all the time, and you know, it could be a nice gesture.
That is very nice. We could arrange that.
Before we go any further, Phil, my name is Ryan. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. And we've got your wife, Vanessa, on the phone. Very thoughtful of you to want to send the roses to the nurses. But before we get to that, she has reached out to us because she's been reading romantic messages that are coming from someone named David because your devices are synced up. Who is David that is writing things to you like, can't wait, I don't know what I would do without you? Can you explain that to Vanessa?
David's a friend. That's all. We met at the gym, through the gym, you know, doing outdoor workouts.
Okay, so David is a friend of yours?
Yeah.
And what is
David's a friend?
And what? And David,
I've never heard you mention David before.
Okay.
We met through the gym, and that's you know, I see him at our outdoor workouts.
And so when he says can't wait, 3 heart emojis, I don't know what I would do without you, what does David mean?
And why are you deleting his text?
Look, Vanessa, I can we can talk about this, but you know, let's not talk about this on the radio.
What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. You know, I'd like to talk face to face, not on the radio.
I think I will let you guys do that. Vanessa, if this feels like a conversation the two of you guys should have, certainly without us. All right? We'll let you take it from here. Okay?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Well, I hope the two of you can get to the same place to talk in person as soon as possible.
Me too.
Okay, thank you, Phil, for talking to us. And Vanessa, thank you for reaching out.
Thanks, Ryan.
Okay, bye-bye. All right, so I believe him. So I what?
You believe him that that's his, quote, friend?
No, I believe him that he wants to tell her something about David.
Oh, my gosh. Did not see that coming.
We just had Vanessa and Phil on the line who have been married, and Phil was getting messages from a David that were romantic messages. And one could think, all right, well, that's a code name for another woman that he's seeing, or it could be David, another man. Mm-hmm. And to me, I mean, clearly he got a little, nervous, but to me, it sounded like Phil was getting messages that said things like, can't wait, heart emojis, I don't know what I would do without you, from a David. That's what it sounded like to me. It didn't sound like.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Tubbs, remember I used to put. You remember back when you were single, you used to put code names in your phone. Like David would have been Donna.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
Well, I'm
Why
not.
would you
I'm not.
do that?
I'm not proposing it. I'm just saying that's what Tubbs used to do.
Well, I have a code name for you in my phone.
Is it Donna?
No, it's not Donna.
Is it
Wait,
Madonna?
what's your code name for Ryan?
Rodney.
Rodney?
Rodney.
I like Rodney. It's a good name. So if I text you, hey, you know it's not Rodney, you know it's me.
I know it's you.
You don't know another Rodney?
No.
Okay.
You're the only Rodney I know.
Anybody else have a code name for anybody on this show?
No.
Actually, I do for Tanya. What do I have?
Oh, you were in as
T-Rad.
Because at the time, that was not a conversation. It was just T-Rad was all I knew her as. So anyway, that just it could have been sensitive, and they're going to talk off air. But Haley is on now. So Haley, go ahead. You heard the Ryan's Roses. What did you think is happening?
You know, to me, it's clear what's happening, and I'm very sure that she needs to know. Like, I totally agree that they need to have a conversation. You know, this actually happened to me. My fiance left me for a guy, and, you know, at first I was devastated, but because he was, you know, kind of open and honest with me, we're actually friends now. So it can work. It can work out.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I know people that this has happened to as well. I mean, in a little different way of being, you know, having the conversation. But I certainly know people in my life that have been in a marriage or in an engagement with a woman and then ended up in a relationship with a man. If that's what we think that sounded like.
Right. I mean, it's heartbreaking, but as long as you're truthful.
Well, I mean, it's
there's only so much you can do, you know?
It's heartbreaking at first, yes, to both of them and certainly to Vanessa,
Yeah.
but then it must be a relief or just a sense of
freeing.
honesty, freeing, right?
Yeah.
To be filled. Again, we're alleging this because we didn't have the conversation, but it certainly sounded like there was a sensitive one to be had. And Haley, thank you for calling and being honest with us on the air too. I appreciate your thoughtfulness and thanks for listening to us.
Thanks, guys.
All right, you take care.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sisney, this comes from Jasper and Corona, the husband. My wife is over the top about one of our friends. She laughs like crazy at stuff he says. She brings him up in conversations. She makes reasons for us to see him and his wife. Bottom line, she flirts a lot with this guy. So, Jasper, thanks for coming on.
Hey. Good morning.
Hey,
how are you?
Hey, buddy, I'm doing well. So, your wife, she will flirt with this other man in front of you and his wife?
No.
Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing and weird. I don't know. I really don't know how to take it because she like, he says these like mildly funny jokes, and it feels like she's acting like it's the funniest thing in the world. She goes crazy for him, and even when we're not with them, she brings him up constantly in conversations between the two of us.
And what are they, like you say that she is flirting. What is she doing that makes you think she's flirting?
Well, I mean, it's like she's sort of like, you know, it's like as if they were on a date. Like she like looks at him intently and just like plays with her hair. It's like stuff I haven't seen since she and I started dating. But like I haven't seen her behave like this with me for years. Okay. It's almost like she has a crush on him or something. And he sort of reciprocates, it feels like to me.
It's strange that it's all in front of you and his spouse, too.
Yeah. And like they've become sort of our quarantine pod now. And like it sort of happened before I realized it. And I don't know. I don't know if that's part of it either. Like, am I reading too much into this? Or is this just sort of like... it's a weird time.
Let's do this. Let me put you on hold here, and we'll come back, and let's call her and see what we can find out, okay?
All right.
All right, hang on for a second. All right, we're going to make a call here for Jasper in Corona. He's married, and his wife is flirting with another man who's also married. Kind of friends. These two couples are friends. And so Jasper thinks his wife has something going on with the other couple's husband. Okay.
Right. But could it just be they're all getting friendly because they've been quarantined together? Like, I don't know. Seems weird there's no evidence yet.
Well, and also, Jasper, you haven't said anything to her? You haven't asked her directly about it?
I mean, not really. I guess it's just so awkward. Like, she'll make up reasons for us to see him and his wife, and I'll just say, like, I'm not enthusiastic about it, and maybe I'm just being too subtle about it, but I just don't know how to say it directly.
All right, so listen, we're going to, Sissy's going to call your wife here. Just be very quiet while we're talking to her until we tell her she's on the air. And I just need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then her name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call her here on Kiss FM.
And what is her name?
Oh, man. Her name is...
And what is the guy's name?
His name is Brian.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, I'm looking for Michelle.
This is Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. I'm calling from Express Blooms. We service the Corona area, and actually, we have a delivery for you today from a Brian, and our systems are down, so we only have your phone number on file now. We don't have the delivery address for you. I just wanted to see if you can confirm that so we can get this delivery out to you.
Wait, hold on. What was that name again?
Brian.
Brian. Oh.
He's sending a beautiful arrangement of flowers, a mixture of roses and lilies and things like that.
Yeah, that's great, but oh God, Brian though, are you sure that's the right name? Brian?
Yes.
Okay, that's not good.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, I don't really know why Brian would be sending me anything, and I don't feel comfortable giving you my address. It's really weird. I don't really understand.
Okay, well, is Brian your husband or something? Could you call them to confirm? I guess maybe you can call them. No. I don't have their info. I just had the delivery phone number, and the delivery address got cut off because our systems crashed last night. So,
okay. Yeah, he's not my husband, but I know who he is. But I don't really want to be getting flowers from him. It's really not a good thing for me. So I don't want to reach out to him.
Michelle,
thank you very much.
Michelle, before you hang up, I want you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio. This is Ryan Seacrest, and I have your husband, Jasper, on the line. Why would Brian be sending you something? Do you have any idea?
Well, I mean, he's one of our friends, like one of our couple friends. You know, we're in the quarantine bubble together, and we flirt a lot, but like...
You do flirt a lot. You do flirt with him.
Well, yeah, it's like totally innocent and fun, and it's playful, but
so
like,
is there a notion in your mind that you would want to take it further?
No, not at all.
Well,
I mean, we flirt and it's fun, but I don't want him to
Okay, but Michelle, I don't think it is fun because Jasper, who is on the line, you may speak to your wife here, is threatened by it.
Hey, babe.
Okay.
Hi. Yeah, I'm. First of all, I am relieved that I guess I am blowing this a little out of proportion, but you are flirting with him. You're admitting that you. I guess that just makes me so uncomfortable. You don't talk to me like that. We don't talk like that to each other. Like it just makes me so. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, babe.
Embarrassing? You're totally misinterpreting it. It's just harmless flirting.
No, but Michelle, I don't think he is misinterpreting it. You guys are married. He doesn't like it. Doesn't feel comfortable. It's embarrassing. Like, you got to respect that. What about if he's flirting with other women? Does that matter?
Well, I mean, if it's just innocent fun, like Brian and I are having. Well, I thought Brian and I were having, but. Like, excuse me, I wouldn't mind a little flirting. Like, it makes you feel attractive and fun. All we do is sit at home in sweatpants since
COVID happened, you know? Like, when we're with Brian and Lisa, it's, like, fun, and I feel different, and I don't know. You don't really make me feel that way, so I don't know what to tell you.
Babe, I'm sorry. It's been a hard year. I'm sorry we're not, like, dressing up at home. I mean, it's like...
Well, you guys could change that. Why don't you just dress up at home a little bit and start flirting with each other?
Exactly. Set up a couple date nights.
All right. Well, listen, Michelle, Jasper, thanks for reaching out. I'm glad you got a little news here, but I think you need to carry this conversation deeper together, okay?
All right, yeah. Thank you.
Good luck to both of you. Bye-bye. I know couples that... Well, let's come back to it. It's Kiss FM. Hang on. We just had Michelle and Jasper on the line here for Ryan's Roses. So here's the quick. Jasper was concerned that Michelle was flirting with this other couple's husband they hang out with all the time. Michelle essentially confirmed that. She didn't accept anything from Brian, the other guy.
Right.
But she did say, hey, look, I like to flirt with him. I like when we hang out with him because I like to flirt with him. Jasper's bothered by that. I think I would be too.
Yeah. She literally said to her husband, you don't make me feel that way.
So I like flirting with him because I don't get it from you.
Oh.
So I think
that was like a dagger to my heart.
But she's
Jasper.
like, what's the big deal? It's just all fun and games that I'm flirting with this other man that we are friends with.
Till you have one too many tequilas.
Well, that's right. And I think also, we don't know who this guy is. What if he's reading it the wrong way? Right? And then there's something happens. So I don't like it. I don't like it. I especially for Jasper because he is already feeling threatened by it. And she's saying, well, you don't give it to me, so I got to get it somewhere else. These are all the ingredients for bad.
Bad.
Nikki's on the phone. Nikki, good morning. What do you think?
So I think that obviously what she's doing is not right in admitting that she's flirting with someone. But I also think that I think Jasper was his name. He needs to kind of man up and stop being such a victim in the situation. I mean, I've dated a guy that was just like jealous of every single person and didn't ever look at his own actions for being responsible for part of the reason why, like, maybe I would flirt with the waiter or something like that, because obviously she's not getting enough out of the relationship at home. So rather than just being like, oh, I'm so jealous, why are you doing this? Like, don't do this. I can't help it. We sit at home in sweatpants. I can't help it. It's hard. To kind of like man up and be like, I want you to flirt with me. Let's do this. That kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just, it is a slippery slope though, because you just don't know what the other guy is thinking on the other side of the court, right? And who knows where his head is, and that could make it even worse. But Nikki, thanks for calling. I mean, is that a matter of confidence? I don't know. I could be confident, but I wouldn't want my wife flirting with this dude because she thinks I'm not flirting with her.
You shouldn't be flirting with anybody if you're married. Like, I don't care. I don't care if it's fun or you're joking or whatever.
Yeah.
Not right.
Yeah.